welcome to Made on 23rd Studio. We just got a makeover, which includes this new sitting and thinking and designing area, which I love. If you haven't seen that blog post, pop over and take a look. Today we are going to be making a wreath, a spring wreath that can go into summer and into fall. I'm actually making two of them, but we'll do one of them here on video. We're starting out with about a 18-inch twig wreath, and then we have a garland, which this one is 72 inches long, and I actually bought 3 of them to do 2 wreaths, and so I've cut one of them in half, and so I've got this other piece here to work with, and they're just beautiful spring greens colors. In addition to that, to make it more springy, I have some garlands. I think I'm only going to use the pink ones this time and then save the purple ones to add in for summer, but I thought they were just beautiful. All of these, by the way, I got at Joann's Fabric for with their 50% or more off. Some of them were 60% off. And then we have some spring greens. These are called eucalyptus. They're faux flowers, so I don't know how much they look like eucalyptus, but I liked the color, the green color, and I think it'll add a little bit of dimension to the wreath when we get it done. So to start out, we're just going to take our first garland and wire it to the wreath. So, oh yes, so what you're gonna need is, in addition to your materials for the wreath, scissors, wire cutters, and a little bit of florist wire. So I am quite frugal, so I want to be able to use this wreath for different holidays or seasons, and so I'm just going to wire these pieces in, and that way I can take them out easily when it's time to change for different seasons. And what I'm doing is just taking a piece of wire to start the garland. These actually have a little bit of a hoop in it, and so I'm just going to attach that with some wire to the wreath to get it started so that I can wrap it. Okay, so there we go. I've got that tied on there. And now this is just a matter of wrapping the garland around the wreath in kind of a balanced way so that it's even around the grapevine wreath. And I tried one, but I thought it just wasn't quite full enough, and so we've got a second one here to add on. And I'm just gonna snip this with these little kind of oval shaped things. I'm just gonna snip this one, and I think I can take the end of this one and just hook it in there. Hopefully that will stay. Let's see, now I think I'm just gonna wire those together. I think that will be a little bit more secure. And then we'll continue wrapping around the wreath just to make it look quite full and lush. Okay, that's wired on. And then we're gonna continue on around. That was nice because the wire ended up in the back of the wreath. And continuing on around to the very end and meeting up with the start of the other end. Now, doesn't that look beautiful? I think you could actually just stop here and it would be a beautiful wreath on your door. But I'm gonna continue because I wanna add a few more things to it. So I'm gonna just tie this into the wire that was where we started to hold that in place as well. So again, I'm doing this fairly loosely because I want to be able to take it apart for the next season. Now I notice that this is kind of hanging forward, so I'm gonna add another little piece of wire in there to hold it in place. And just to secure that so it doesn't run away. Now these garlands have a little bit of a wire or a kind of a plastic chain along them, so I'm just gonna go around and kind of cover that up, pull the leaves forward on it. You can see here some of the chain there. So if you just pull that leaf up, it will cover those up. And so then when you have that balanced the way you want it, that looks great, I think. Again, you could just leave it like this, but I am going to add this pink garland. And I thought about leaving it in the garland, but I'm actually going to just take some of these pieces off with my wire cutters and use them individually so that they're easy to put in. You could weave it through in and out of the pieces of the garland, the spring green garland, but that sounds like a lot of work to me, and I'm all about not so much work. So, all right, so now I've got this beautiful piece here. And again, I'm just going to tuck that in here. And it should hold fairly secure within those wreath twines. Now, I've wrapped this way, so you want to always make sure that your garland or your greens are going in the same direction. So we'll be going around this way with each one of these little add-ons here. And again, I'm going to cut this. So I've got a nice little piece with a long tail on it, although that's a little too long, so we're going to cut that. Cute little spring flowers. Okay, and as this is coming this way, they're going to tuck this in so that they're all going in the same direction as you go around. You can kind of see that. Let's see, I think I will go ahead and cut the rest of these off. And then I'm just going to wrap these around. You can tell there's kind of a little tail here, but I'm just going to wrap that up around. And again, I'm going to cut these. That's a little bit too long of a tail, so I'm going to cut that down. There we go. Okay, and then I'm just going to continue to go around and tucking these in so that they're nice and secure, so that the wind comes up. These are going on our front door. So if the wind comes up, they won't go flying out to the next door neighbors. Now these little things, I'm going to just twist a little bit so it gives them a little bit of more character. I'll show you how that looks, this little thing. So instead of having it just straight poke out, I just twist it around into a little bit of a circle there. Those big wires. So you can see I'm just taking the needle nose pliers and twisting that and making just a little bit of a curl. Like that, okay. And then let's see here, one more in here. Yeah, I think I'll go right here. Okay, that's looking pretty good. Now again, you could just leave it like that. That looks very festive and spring-like for your door. But I'm going to add a few more greens just to put a little bit more dimension in this. Now, again, you can pull these pink ones out when it's summer and put in something like sunflowers or something bright yellow and orange, or you could, and then in the fall, you could pull those out and put some beautiful leaves in. I think the greens, this whitish green, which is kind of why I picked it, could go for all seasons. And so it makes a nice start to the wreath for all seasons. So I'm just cutting these pieces off that came in a bush, and we're going to use them individually. So yeah, note to self, get a bigger set of wire cutters for the next time I'm doing a project like this. So I really liked this color of green, and again, it could go into summer easily and all the way into fall. Okay, let's start with these. Okay, again, we're gonna go in the direction that the pink flowers and the way that we wrapped this. And so I'm just going to tuck these wires in again to this wreath and try to cover up some of the little plastic chain that holds the garland, that held the garland together. And just cover those up a little bit. It's looking good. You can kind of see what that looks like now. It's got a lot of depth in with the different kinds of greens and excuse me. So I always want to hold it up and kind of look and see if there are any empty spots, which I think I'll put a few more greens over here on this side, but that could also be a nice place to put a bow if you want to put a bow. Okay, I think I'm happy with that. Now I'm going to make a second one, and then we'll put some ribbons on them. To make a bow, I have selected a group of different patterns, but generally same coloring ribbons. Aren't those beautiful? They just look like spring. I've auditioned them with the wreath, and I think they look amazing. And so we're going to start by making our bow. I'm just going to pull some of these out so they're easy to work with. You can put them in a bowl or something like that too if you want to. So we're going to start by cutting the ends of these off, and this will be the tail. This will be one of the tails. There we go. And so we're just going to put those in our hand. That looks like about the right size length. And I'm going to do a loop here. Actually, I'm going to twist. I'm going to do a small loop here and twist again. And then I'm going to do about 6 big loops. This is the center loop here. And I'm going to do about 6 big loops off to the sides. And I do want these to be kind of big, a statement piece for the door, so I'm going to make them kind of big. So I've got my 4 strands of ribbon, so we've kind of got, this is the center loop, and then this is the first one to the left side. And so every time I come into the middle, I'm just going to twist, and I'm just holding that with my fingers. And then I'm going to go over to the other side, and you don't have to worry too much because at this point, these are all wired ribbons, and so you can fix them later. So, but you just want to have them held in the center. Each time you're going to make a loop and then come back to the center and twist and make another loop, come back to the center. And when you've done about 6 loops, like 3 on each side, that's usually what I do. And then we're going to make another twist. And then this will be your other tail. So we'll just cut these off then. And you can adjust these later as well after you get it onto your wreath. So there's our, that's what it looks like. It looks kind of messy right now, but it will work. And now I'm going to just add a piece of wire. And it's never too bad to make it extra long because you're going to want to be able to twist it in here on the bow and then also attach it to the wreath. So what I'm doing is I'm putting the wire through the center hoop and then wrapping it around, making sure that we've got tails on one side, tails on the other side. And we're going to just wrap that wire around the center of that, making sure you've got everything in there. Oops, looks like I missed one. Missed a loop. All right, so Now we've got it. Wrapping that around the center like that and just twisting it so that it is really good and tight. And so you've got your wire in the back to hide your, or to attach it to your wreath. And then you've got, let's see here, you've got your 2 sets of tails, 1 on each side of the wire. And then you can just start fluffing this. Now the good news is, because these are wire ribbons, you can just keep adjusting them, pulling them out until you have the design that you want. Keeping in mind, let's see here, there's a center small one here. And so we're just gonna fluff this up until it looks beautiful. Turning the patterns, if it's a one-sided pattern, for instance, this one is inside out, so we're just gonna turn that right side out so that it looks beautiful with the other ribbons. And then we're going to attach it to the wreath. All right, and you can kind of pick where you think, if you have a little opening or a little place that's not quite as full, you can pick that plot. I think this is pretty even, so I'm just gonna go right here with that and tie it around to the back. Taking my wire back here, and this time I left it extra long, so it should be easier to twist together in the back. And I'm just going to use my wire nippers or my needle nose to twist that into, so it's really solid onto the wreath. Okay, and there we are. And you can keep fussing with it. And now let's go hang them on the door. But first, window cleaning.